inside her legs, licked those tight little breasts, fucked the hell out of her. She was a whore anyway. In his mind's eye, he saw himself mounting her, his toned body taut over hers, his cock driving deep into that hot, wanton wasteland where others had spilled their seed. He was breathing hard, knew what he was thinking was a sin, but he wanted to ram deep into her just once, before the killing. And he had the opportunity. Hadn't the voice instructed him to prove what a whore she was? But what of the man? As if the voice had heard his thoughts, it whispered,
"You are the reviver, the one I have chosen for this task, to revive the souls of the weak. Do not fail me. It's up to you who will live and who will die. Now go."
Realizing he was still on his knees, he made another swift sign of the cross and felt a jab of shame that God might have read his thoughts and learned of his weakness where she was concerned. He had to fight the lust. Had to. And yet, as he stood, stretching his honed muscles, he felt needles of anticipation piercing his skin, desire causing his groin to tighten almost painfully. The reviver. The voice had given him a name. He rolled it around in his head and decided he liked it, enjoyed the thought that he was the decider, the one who ultimately chose who lived and who died. It was a good sign, wasn't it, that the voice had decided to name him? Kind of like being anointed or knighted. The reviver. Yes. He dressed in the dark, pulling on his camouflage pants and jacket, ski mask and boots, the uniform he hung from a peg near the door. His weapons were already stowed in his truck, hidden in a locked drawer in the false bottom of his toolbox. Knives, pistols, silencers, plastic explosives, even a pea shooter and darts with poison tips. And something special, just for her. He slid out of his dark room and stepped into the deep, mist-laden night. He was ready. Eve checked her watch. 10:45. Great, she muttered between clenched teeth. She was running late. Despite the fact that the night outside the windshield of her Camry was thick with fog, she stepped on the gas. Her dented Toyota had nearly 120,000 miles on the engine, but still leapt forward, ever reliable. So she wouldn't be on time. So what? A few minutes one way or the other wouldn't hurt. She took a corner a little too fast, cut into the inside lane, and nearly hit an oncoming pickup. The driver blasted his horn, and she jerked on the wheel, slowing a little, her heart jackhammering. She forced herself to relax her grip on the wheel and take a deep breath. Roy could wait, she decided, thinking of the frantic phone call she'd received less than half an hour earlier.
"Eve, you've got to come,"
he said in a rush, his voice tense.
"To the cabin. You know the one, where we used to go in the summer as kids. My uncle's place. But hurry. I'll meet you at 11.
"It's late," she protested. "I'm not going to—"
"I've got evidence."
"Evidence of what?"
"I'll tell you when you get here. Just come, alone."
"Hell, Roy, you don't have to go all cloak and dagger on me. Just tell me what's going on." Her answer was several clicks and dead air. He'd hung up. "No, wait, Roy!" "Oh, for God's sake," she growled, poking a few buttons on her phone, hoping to capture his number on caller ID and return the call. But her screen had come up with the phrase, "unknown caller," and she was left gnashing her teeth in frustration, her heart pounding with a case of nerves. What evidence had Roy found? What was he talking about? Half a dozen possibilities, none of them good, had run through her mind as she'd hurried to meet him. Maybe she shouldn't have come at all. Cole hadn't wanted her to. In fact, he'd practically barred the door, completely infuriating her. In her mind's eye, she still envisioned his taut, worried face, and she recalled every angry word. He'd wanted to come with her, but she'd insisted on going alone. She'd hurried out the door into the cold, foggy night before he could bully his way into her decision-making. This was something she had to do by herself. So now she was driving, in the middle of a moonless Louisiana night, toward the swampland where Roy's Uncle Vernon owned an old fishing cabin.